Hello, everybody. How's it going? We're just doing that sound check with our sound chick wearing the and hello, wearing the Comfortable Lies merchandise. I did do an order today for a bunch of samples, so we'll be showing them off in the near future. So it is Theory Thursday, and today we are going to talk about mental preparedness and being prepared for the future. I can't stress enough, ounce of. Oh, you paused it.
Oh, no.
Instead of muting it. I was like, why is there 0? I'm over there, aren't I? I was going to talk about motivation and stuff like that, but I did that yesterday. So I guess today we're going to talk about this. Basically, when you start a business, you're really you're doing it to be in the long haul. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean like it's a punishment. This is your success, your future. You're investing in yourself, so you really need to be prepared for wrong turns, mistakes, mishaps. Little failures that are inevitably going to come your way. For anybody who's a first-time business owner, this is going to happen a lot more than not, and you have to be prepared for those types of things. So, with that being said, the first degree of preparedness is the mental preparedness. A lot of people are not well. I think it's the best way to put it. Mentally.
The whole COVID thing with quarantine.
Right. But I mean, like in even prior to
normal circumstances.
Yeah, in the pre-COVID normal circumstances, people just aren't well, aren't in a good way mentally, and when you do something like starting your own business, you are literally putting a gigantic amount of stress on your head. A lot of people say, running your own business, owning your own business, being your own boss isn't for everybody, and that's partially true. But it's not an absolute thing. It's not like it's a skill you're born with, and if you're not born with it, you can't do it. It's something you have to nurture, and mental preparedness will actually serve you a lot better than anything else. I mean,
baby steps as well.
Right. I mean, aside, being like Jeff Bezos and having your parents invest $300,000 in your business, that would help too. But that could just as easily cascade into a gigantic failure as well. So that being said, you really have to mentally prepare yourself first, because you don't know what's going to come. You don't know how the world is going to manifest around your business. So you can't really guarantee anything. You have to be ready for everything. So it takes an aggressive and a passive type of mentality, both at the same time. Balance is a very important thing when it comes to psychology. So I guess what I'm trying to say is you should be pursuing your business aggressively, but when things come, and they inevitably will, that are bad, whether it's a mistake that you made or a circumstance that arises like the pandemic, you have to be able to roll with those punches And hi, buddy. How you doing? I was thinking of chaos.
He was
But now I got bad life.
distracting with bad laugh.
So you have to really like key in, and you don't have to physically prepare for everything that's going to happen. I'm not saying be a prepper and stockpile food and be ready for the zombie apocalypse or any nonsense like that. But you have to be flexible in your business. And in this sense, I'm going to tell a story. Story time. This is the story of Netflix. Okay? If you're old enough, I'm looking at the old people out here. You'll remember back in 1997, to compete with Blockbuster, Netflix actually became a company which did mail order renting. There was no streaming service. There was no technology for streaming service at the time. It wasn't until the early 2000s that YouTube was even a thing. And the quality of video on YouTube was horrendous.
Even Redbox.
Redbox.
Wait till later.
Yeah, Redbox didn't come until Netflix was already on streaming.
Right.
Based on one of the founders of Netflix getting a $42 late fee for a movie from Blockbuster, he decided he wanted to start his own business, and they'd started Netflix, a mail order movie rental service. You rent the DVD, you watch the DVD. By the posted date by the date your rental ends, you send the DVD back, and it's a subscription service, and all of that good stuff. So when times started to change, Netflix actually lost millions of dollars due to using the United States Postal Service for their business, because, well, the Postal Service is known for its efficiency and its care for the products. I can't say that there was an amount of fraud on their subscribers' part that how do I put this, influenced the negative returns, but the main problem was the U.S. postal system. So the executives of Netflix then decided, well, there's this new technology, the internet. How can we leverage that to create a system where we can stream movies via the internet and take out the delivery service altogether? And the story goes that the CEO of Netflix offered like $100,000 for the person who could develop competent streaming software. I don't know how true that is, but that was a story. Someone's commented. Oh, it's Donna. With that, the company Netflix got their software. They had started transferring to titles for what's called digital streaming, and their business exploded. They took something that was I believe somewhere in the neighborhood of a $50 million loss and turned it into a net gain. Shit happens. Life happens around you. Your business is not immune to all of that. And you have to be prepared for even failure. I believe the quote goes, the successful man fails more times than the unsuccessful man has even tried. and there's truth to that. So that's something to really keep in mind.
Yeah.
Are we getting weather?
We are getting a little bit of weather blowing in. It seems kind of windy out there.
I hope it doesn't rain tonight. I'm gonna work tomorrow.
No,
Yeah, by the way, I'm in a shitty mood. I have to go to work tomorrow. Sorry, guys.
Stay off.
Because nobody wants to go to work because they all got their stimmies. I got my stimulus check. I'm going to call out for 3 days in a row.
But like tried true capitalists.
But my stupid ass is going to work on my day off and spending my entire extra cash on my own fucking business. Like an idiot. Anyhow, so you have to be mentally prepared. Financial preparedness absolutely is a bonus, but it's not as tragic as it would be with like a brick and mortar store with a digital storefront. Having 6 months ahead may not even be something that's necessary for bills, because if you pay everything annually, you're set for the year, and a lot can change in a year. So really it's the psychological preparedness. I feel like I'm a failure, I should just give up. That's the thing that you have to really prepare for. And yesterday when I was talking about motivation be able to pull you through to your success. That's really what that's about. Because the reason why you're doing what you're doing, you're starting your own business, you're seeking financial freedom, you want to be, you want to live the laptop lifestyle and be able to do business wherever the hell you are, or you want to have a stable income to feed your family in the event of something like 2020 happening again. You have to be mentally prepared to deal with all of the second guessing that you're going to be doing about your success. The emotional graph, we'll call it, of the entrepreneur
It's like the grieving
goes like this. And each one of those, it's like, all right, I'm super excited. Shit, I fucked up. All right, it's all coming together. I'm a complete failure. Oh, I'm on top of the world. God damn it! And, and it goes like that until you're at a point where you look at your finances and you look at your life and you go, I'm done. I've done what I needed to do, and I can now just relax and not. I don't have to climb the ladder anymore. I don't have to pull this whole weight behind me anymore. I can take what I've gotten and retire. And on average, the entrepreneur retires 15 to 20 years earlier than the worker, if they get to retire at all. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you are not looking to work until you are dead, that's a motivation too. I don't want to work until I'm dead. I mean, I do, but I want to work at things I want to do instead of working at things that I have to do in order to earn a paycheck, in order to pay my bills. That part's sad. So, I mean, there's that. I mean, there's people in that are watching. I don't know where they're watching from. I don't know who they are, because no one wants to say
I bet they're from RLM.
They probably are.
At least Vinny. I know Vinny's out there watching.
Is he?
Yeah, he also shared the link over at RLM.
Well, maybe it's Grim. Or Cowboy Tag.
So many wonderful individuals over there at the RLM radio.xyz, and I don't know why I keep getting weird, like, we cannot connect to visual voicemail. I'm not trying.
Okay. So,
stupid phone.
that being said, you really just have to like prepare for, and it's a fight against your own mind. Hi, Vinny, how's it going? Nice of you to say hi.
Hello.
I don't know what social dist is. I don't know what that looks like because I don't have YouTube up. You have YouTube up?
Do I? What did you down? Yes, over here.
Oh,
YouTube.
it's social distancing. Fucking.
Oh, that's what my little. I couldn't see what the little tiny emoticons there
Yeah.
are.
Well, I don't see it here on StreamYard. On StreamYard, it just shows the code for it.
That's funny.
So, yeah, where was I?
Well, the mental preparedness.
Right. Like you have to really be prepared for a manic depressive ride because regardless if you are manic depressive, it is what it feels like when you're an entrepreneur. I'm going to tell you another story, and this is a story about Donna, who agonized over the selling of the Pandora box guitar because, well, we were hoping for more, but we were happy to get what we got because we got more than what we paid for the individual parts. How much I got paid for building it, or she got paid for the art, was less important than replacement cost for the instrument itself and a little extra capital to start getting tools and supplies needed to get us to the next level. We are nowhere near financially solvent enough to get to the wood shop
level yet, but baby steps.
That is a goal that is on the horizon, and my ankle and my back will thank me for it, having a proper table to work on for guitar building. But that's the roller coaster ride. She's like, "Oh, this sucks. We didn't get enough money," and I was like, "It's all right. It's all right," because I'm mentally prepared for getting less than what we were expecting for everything, and that goes across the board. This base that we're building, I'm going to put a price tag on it, and if it doesn't sell in 30 days, I'm going to put it on Reverb for auction, and
it will go bye-bye.
And I'm going to set the price at a 50% markup for cost, and that's it. Period. And
such a pretty piece of.
I know, but
beautiful wood too. So.
But it's got.
I'm amping it up here. I'm not really amping it. It is a beautiful piece of wood.
But we got to move it because we need that capital back so that we can continue working on more instruments.
Investing in more tools.
And investing in more tools. By the way, that was a lifesaver getting this whole thing done from the big square block it was. I don't know if anybody here saw the initial unboxing, but this was square.
Oh, squared.
And I had to cut it all down and then
electric chisel.
And then polish it nice and smooth. Smooth.
It's
like
quite.
My head.
It is quite a time saver when.
Oh yeah.
When you take in consideration, Cthulhu there. I did everything by hand with little tiny. We didn't even have proper working Dremel.
Yeah.
I was taking the Dremel bits and did all that carving by hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lifesaver and very grateful for this piece of technology.
Yeah. We're actually going to make a template from this base head, and that's going to be our base head headstock template. So every base head that we're going to do is going to look like this. As far as guitars are concerned,
they might vary.
I think if we do like Stratocaster that have the strip pegs, we can do the same thing. But if we do another Gibson or anything like that, it's got top and bottoms, and we can't do the same type of cut, I will figure something else out because I will have to do it too. But that's the whole thing is like I'm mentally prepared for. I need to sell these instruments, and I need to sell them at X price,
Right.
and anything above X price, and I'm asking for above X price, of course, is a windfall for us, so that we can sock money away for the eventual opening of the HHC workshop, the purchasing of tools to make construction of instruments faster, because the plan is to keep making instruments until we have enough money to do the workshop. And then once we have enough money to do the workshop, we go and do the workshop. And I'm not buying a CNC machine. So we're still going to be handcrafting everything. Everything's still going to be hand carved. We may have better tools to do it, but everything will be done still by hand, by these hands, because we're not going to hire any employees.
No.
We will be a completely owner-operated business with zero employment opportunities for anybody. Sorry,
guys.
but
you come check out the tour.
yeah. When we get Elysium up and running, we will, I guess we can do tours. Full studio.
Yeah.
Workshop.
Yeah. Because I am interested in doing much more than limiting to my instrument builds. So I do
Tiny home village.
Yeah, tiny home village.
Tiny home village. Yeah. Everyone that lives in a tiny home village, as long as they do something productive,
Yeah.
as long as they can be productive. Because we're producing the land. Yeah.
Right. Well, it wouldn't be much different than living out on Lothlorien and Lothlorien Nature Sanctuary in southern Indiana.
I'm kind of hoping it'll be a little bit better than that.
Yeah, definitely better.
I don't want to hang out with a bunch of 80-year-old naked hippies. Sorry, not my bag.
That's somebody else's bag.
Yeah. Somebody else's bag. Somebody who sat on his own balls. But no, seriously. Like that's in the far working plans of building a tiny home sort of village thing that people who I guess want to like exit society as a whole
can homesteading, horticultural, agroponic type of situation, off grid.
Well, I don't really need to go off grid.
Well, no, not really.
Because
we're
gonna have to have internet access. We have no choice on that.
We're gonna be close, to like society,
but it's more of a get out from under the whole societal system, so to speak. You get yourself like a
exiting Babylon.
Yeah. Going to live in the suburbs of society.
Gonna be like the Amish here in Florida, the Floridian Amish.
I'm good. I swear too much.
Pine Bluff or whatever down here.
I swear
in
too much to be Amish. But no, like the idea is like more of like we're planning on buying a chunk of property and putting our workshop in, which we're basically going to be living in there anyway. It's going to be the workshop, the studio, the home that we live in, the place where I cook food, and / solar farm for power, and farm for fresh vegetables and fruits and whatnot. And as far as like the tiny home type of situation thing, it's more of if you want to take part in that in like a community type sense, not to sound all communist, but that's
Kabits.
that's literally the level of interaction I'm really willing to go with. I'm not looking to sell people pieces of the property that I live on in order to then have to deal with that whole property owner surrounded by my property type of bullshit. I don't want to deal with that. I would rather just be a community and a bunch of people who are
A mutual aid.
some people who are caring about the survival of everybody else in the community, making sure everything goes well. You know, and that's that. You know, I'm not looking to start a cult, and I'm not looking to. No, we're not starting a cult. 'Cause the minute you
Just kidding.
the minute you do that, then the ATF comes.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You know, you got to remember, there's a Democrat in office. Well, we fucked. He'll burn everybody up.
We just worship the cats.
But yeah, more like I guess like a kibbutz type of situation where everybody just pitches in, and you know the food is evenly distributed. You know, because everyone's doing stuff. The roofs over their heads. You know, maintenance is all handled internally. All that type of stuff. So there's that. I mean, the only type of external expertise that might be necessary might have something to do with the shop or the studio, because that deals with technology, and I am a little tech-tarded. Sorry, but that's just the way that is. But you see, I have all of these really long-standing goals that are so far away that I don't even really think about them from the day to day. From the day to day, I think, okay, well, I
mental steps.
I gotta figure out what I'm doing next and what I'm gonna do after that. And once I have those steps planned out, then I move forward, and then I move forward, and then I move forward, and eventually, step by step, bit by bit, inch by bloody inch, I will get to my goal. That's why months ago I said, you know, I don't look at success as something that may happen. I look at it as an inevitability. It will happen, but you know, time. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It takes time. It takes personal investment. It takes investing my own knowledge, investing in my own tools, my own abilities, refining my abilities, like doing the woodworking and stuff like that. You know, remembering things that I've forgotten centuries ago.
Success is only limited to your inaction, inertia. So the basic.
She started crying, the girl outside. Aww. I don't know why, but she said she started crying and then I couldn't hear the rest of it. We have the windows open, and our neighbors, they like to talk like right in front of our window. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
Have conversations and stuff.
I think they know they're on camera.
Anyway, so where was I? So like specifically ILMT. I'm a subscriber at Scott's Bass Lessons. I just purchased his workbook for the Fretboard Accelerator, a big giant spiral bound book full of tips, tricks, tools to better understand the fretboard of my instrument. And I also took part in Indiegogo from Ariane Cap for her books, because they advanced my knowledge. She's awesome, but they advanced my knowledge. They advanced my expertise in my understanding of my instrument choice, the bass, and the stuff that I know is transferable over right to guitar. And that's important. You know, I keep investing because I know I have these plans, and I know that they can happen. I just have to keep at it. I have to keep my nose to the grindstone. I keep, as much as I want to spend a bunch of money on stuff all the time, I keep everything restrained. I mean, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I spent $1,500 on a fucking cat, dude. I love my cat. I love my cat to death. But at this point in time, I would be like,
being within your means.
Right.
It's responsibility.
I mean, granted, the $1,500 for the cat was within my means. I had the money, but now because I have a plan, and that plan doesn't involve me working until I'm dead, working for someone until I'm dead, that means that I have to be a little bit more careful with my money. So I mentally prepared myself throughout this whole entire thing. I was like, okay, I'm going back to poor mode. Back when, it's like, okay, well, beans, rice, those are our staple foods. If I'm home, I don't need to have the lights on if it's daytime, and all that type of stuff. Stuff that I took for granted for a good 6 years of not having to worry about it. Well, pandemic rug pulled out from under me, but I went right back to, because I'm old poor. I've been poor before. Pulled myself out of poverty, and in an uncertain situation, I know the best way to preserve the money that I do have is to act like I don't have it at all, back like when I didn't have any money. So I mean, I do have like a survival fitness when it comes to financial downturns, I guess.
In pre-COVID realm, there was sometimes left curveball coming at people. For instance, a good friend of mine used to work for and was trying to buy the restaurant that she owned, and first few years of the business, it was a lot of struggle, but the left, or the curveball that came at her was the raising of the lot rent by an extraordinary amount. And then, when she tried to sell, it was just really mentally she had breakdowns right in the middle of the kitchen, and she's in a better place mentally and financially once she washed her hands of the brick and mortar and went to New York and reinvented herself. But I've seen firsthand the old school brick and mortar type establishments, and it just takes one unexpected bill or raise in rates or your lease, and you're done in. And it's not a really good place to be. And we have the technology this day and age to avoid that kind of overhead. So yeah, I understand the frustration.
Yeah. So that being said, to recap, because it's 6 o'clock, it's time to make dinner, because I got to go on tonight, and I want to actually try to be done eating before time to start, as opposed to Tuesday when I finished eating, ran in here and was like and played like shit. So just to recap, mental preparedness is 100% a valid concern when it comes to starting your own business, running your own business, and keeping your business running to the point where it becomes profitable. You will not cease to be attacked by your own brain until it comes to a point where you look and you go, I can do this and live without any other input. I I can live on the money I'm making from my own business and not need a day job, or not need to have a side hustle, or da 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 da. And it's going to be a long time, and it's going to be demoralizing at every step. But you just got to keep going. You got to keep plugging away at it, step by step, inch by bloody inch. And I can't play that song because it's covered under copyright. So you're just gonna have to,
Imagine.
imagine a metal song. With that said, I'm gonna bid you guys a fond adieu, and I'm gonna go cook some chicken thighs and I don't know, something else. I'll figure it out, I guess. Maybe we'll do chicken salad because it's kind of warm today.
Yeah, it is.
It's like warm and humid.
Yeah.
I'm all sticky, and not the good kind. All right. Everybody have a great day and enjoy this musical interlude.